Welcome back, hockey fans, to another episode of Lightin the Lamp. I'm your host, Dola, and with me, as always, is JG. How you doing, pal?
Very good, man. Long day over here. Did some split shoveling with the wife. Got another 10 inches here on the fucking East Coast. Seems like the frozen tundra, and it's never going to end. But, I'm hoping you're sitting in that 70-degree Cali weather enjoying yourself because we're getting buried over here.
Dude, it's definitely not Texas, I'll tell you that, pal.
We know how to handle 10 inches of snow. Texas doesn't.
Yeah, they're not made for this, but even Cali's get some cold weather where we're a little bit more winterized, I feel like, than our friends over there to the deep south. So hopefully everyone out there is staying safe and in the tundras that they live in. But out here in Cali, we are chilling in some 70-degree weather. Had worked out outside today, had the shorts, had the t-shirt going, so feel bad for all y'all, but it's pays to live in Cali, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it pays. It also costs. It also costs. Your condo is the size of my living room and downstairs.
Yes.
And you probably paid $200,000 more than I did. So obviously the weather comes with that price, but might be worth it. Honestly, might be worth it, man. Might be worth it because I got to tell you, it's been at least a decade since the boys in Jersey have seen a winter like this. I mean, this is crazy. It's every week we're having a storm. We had 24 inches 2 weeks ago. Then a couple days later, we had 8 inches. Now we had another 10 inches. We're getting another storm next week. It's just doesn't seem like this winter wants to end here. So
JJ, if I didn't
into the weather, we should probably start getting into some hockey here.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about here on episode 31 of Lightin the Lamp. But I mean, I gotta say, one thing that can keep you happy is sunshine, because everything that's not keeping me happy is the New York Rangers right now. It is a sad sight to see. And before we, really get down into it, fans, we are watching the New York Rangers versus the Philadelphia Flyers here on February 18th. And we're already down 1-0 to the B squad of the Philadelphia Flyers. Let's not, put icing on, really dress up this cake too nicely. This team is missing 6 of their top players in Travis Konecny, Scott Law, and Jake Voracek, Justin Braun, Claude Giroux, and we are losing to this team right now. So I'm a little frustrated, JG. I don't know about you. It's still early in the game, 1-0. I'm trying not to get down on the boys, but we're doing a little bit of chasing, and honestly,
we're doing more than a little bit of chasing, man. I got to be honest. The culmination of how bad they've been playing is all coming together in the first 6 minutes of this game, and it's to a point where the boys are trying, but they're just so bad right now that every puck that hits a stick explodes. Nobody's catching a clean pass. Nobody's making a clean pass. Pucks are bouncing everywhere. I just watched Buchnevich cross the blue line, try to get a puck deep. Couldn't even get a puck deep. It went right into the defenseman's legs, transition, back up the ice. Nothing is going right. We can't even get it past the top of the circles in the offensive zone. I mean, it's frustrating, and I'm sick of watching it, to be honest with you. And I said it early in the season, and you called it a hot take, but when is David Quinn on the hot seat? I mean, when does it happen? Because we're not going to trade Panarin. We paid him $11 million. We're not going to trade Kreider. We paid him $7.5 million. The players aren't going at this point. Tony D's the only one on his way out. Other than that, the players aren't going anywhere. This is the team that you rebuilt to. So if he can't coach it and he can't get the guys going, then I'm sorry to say he's been okay while he's been here, but maybe it's time for a change because nobody's responding.
It's hard to even defend. I mean, I saw an interview where he was accepting a lot of the blame in terms of, it going bad. I mean, I want to say that the Rangers have had a lot of injuries with Blackwell, with Panarin being out, with Keandre Miller being out, with Truba now being out. But at the same time, there are 6 players. There are 6 players on the Flyers that aren't in this game, and they're a good team, and they're looking to find a way to win. Honestly, I was very lucky this week. Got to watch a bit more hockey than normally did. And dude, I was watching some of the Hawks game last night against Detroit. I've been watching Phoenix against St. Louis. I've been watching a lot of the games, and one thing that I can tell you about a team even like the Coyotes or the Blackhawks is, dude, when they have the puck, there's poise. They're calm. I mean, everybody is like Adam Fox out on the ice in terms of they're not freaking, losing their minds. They're taking a breath, but they're finding the open man and they're moving it up ice. They're crossing the red line. They're getting it into the zone. They're controlling possession. And I feel like it seems like we're trying to do too much.
We look like Mike, dude. We're playing fucking double chase hockey. It's ugly. And then when we get set up, we want to move the puck east to west, east to west, east to west. Put the fucking puck on the net. Excuse my language. Put the goddamn puck on the net and get to the cage. Create some traffic. What are we doing here? Nothing's going in. Nobody's sniping. Nobody's dangling. So what do you do next? You get to the cage. You create mayhem. You do the grimy thing. It may be ugly, but it works. And that's why I know another hot take. But if I'm John Davidson, I'm putting the call out there to Columbus. What do I got to give you? You guys are trading away everything. What do I got to give you to get John Tortorella here? Because we need a next man up mentality. We need to block shots. We need to have fights. We need to be angry, and we need to change the way we play fucking hockey in New York because this is ugly. This is ugly. I can't watch it anymore. I need some continuity. I need a coach that plays a system and runs with that system and makes his team play for him. And David Quinn is not doing that right now. And I'm sorry to say it because I hate to get a guy fired, to have a guy get fired. And you never want to see somebody lose their job. But at the end of the day, he's a great college coach. Maybe he should go back to college because this is not working out right now.
I mean, so they were showing Steve Valiquette, the guys right before the game, doing a little pregame for the Rangers, and I love that the Rangers are finally getting some next gen stats, kind of like the NFL. I mean, they're finally investing in some marketing and stuff like that. But if you actually look at the New York Rangers last year, we were top 5 in scoring goals off rebounds. We were top 5 in creating traffic and goals in front of the net. We were top 5 in basically shots, from the hash marks and slot area and putting goals in. And now you look at us this year, bro. We can't have no traffic in front of the net ever. It's like a shot on net that gets brushed off to the corner. And then even beyond that, dude, we're not putting in rebounds. Some of the only games we've won, we've had traffic in front of them putting rebounds. Right now,
I'm sorry to stop you, but here's just another example of just horrible hockey. Ryan, the puck is in the offensive zone. They're cycling. Philly gets control of the puck, and Ryan Strome gets a fucking tripping penalty in the offensive zone. I mean, when does it end?
That is a weak call. Come on, let's be honest here.
Listen, you know what? I've had enough of calling the refs out. It's on the Rangers now, bro. There's some weak calls, yes, but don't put yourself in a position to get called for that. Stay away. It's not hard, bro. It's every game, bro. It's every single game. And you just paid the guy $9 million, and he looks like he belongs on the taxi squad. Let's be honest. It's not Quinn.
Come on, like fans. I don't know if you were watching the previous game against the Devils, but the Devils coming off a 2-week basically break, no practices, no games, not even on the ice. And then they come on the ice and just smack the Rangers around. And it's just, that's another thing that it was just pretty freaking terrible. That, you can't even beat a team that's lower in the standings than you, coming off a 2-week stretch of not playing, not even practicing.
Yeah,
and we come out
drinking this margarita right now because I'm aggravated. You got me aggravated now. Like, it's not you, but I mean, this is ridiculous. It's like I can't even turn the game on and enjoy. We had a snow day today. I'm looking forward. I'm telling Alex this morning, my wife, I got to get on with Timmy tonight. The Rangers are on. We're playing the Flyers. Like, I'm excited. I'm thinking maybe the boys are going to come out with some grit. Maybe there's going to be a fight. Maybe we're going to crash the net. And maybe we're going to try and change the way we play because it hasn't been working. And they come out, and there's no effort. This is a zero-effort game I'm watching. There's no effort. Where's the effort? I mean, it's on the players as much as it's on the coach. But at the end of the day, there's one coach. There's 23 players. You can't move 23 players. So it's like, again, I hate to keep beating a dead horse, but how many games are we going to watch this before he's on the hot seat? I haven't heard a word from up top.
Yeah, I mean, I've actually finally started seeing some articles, just finally hit the rumor mill. You haven't heard anything from John Davidson or Jeff Gordon on what might even happen because, again, even for me, man, it's just there's something about the Rangers how we don't play like a big game. Like, do we just need bigger bodies or stronger?
Remember Rangers?
What is it?
The Rangers from 13 to 15, 16. Every game 7. I mean, other than the Cup where we just got out. We didn't get some bounces, and we really just got outstrengthed by an LA Kings team that was like the Monstars with Space Jam. They were fucking huge. They were just big, strong. They were getting bounces, But, I mean, you remember those Ranger teams? We won every game 7. We used to love game 7. I would go to the Garden with my season tickets, and game 7 was like, we're going to game 7. We're going to be in the next round. Like, we loved game 7. Lundqvist thrived in game 7. We scored big goals in game 7. We beat Ottawa in round 2 in game 7, 1-0. We won games every which way in a big spot. We could have won 4-3. We could have won 1-0. We could have won 2-1. We could have won in overtime. We just always could find a way to win a big game. And ever since the letter and the rebuild, I don't remember the last time we won. Maybe last year when you and me went crazy. It was the turning point for the New York Rangers when they were down 4-0 to Montreal. They came back.
It was like New Year's, man. What an absolute game.
The only game that the Rangers have showed that they could win a big hockey game down 4-0, come back on a primetime night in a primetime slot. Like, that's the only time since those teams that you've seen a big Rangers win.
That was one of the things I was actually super excited about last year. If the Rangers were down, I didn't count them out of a game. Right now, I'm almost like, counting this as a loss because
this game's over.
Dude, we are the worst third period team in hockey right now. We give up games. We let them go. Like,
look at this. Dude, I wish that you were at 7 minutes and 13 seconds like I am, because it's just comical, bro. It's comical. Like, I'm watching fourth line guys on the Flyers dive to stop a pass on a 3-on-3, and you got the Rangers just lollygagging. Georgiev standing on his head, no stick, diving around the crease. Like, when are we going to give a goalie some help here? The other night, Shesterkin made 20 saves in 9 minutes, and you couldn't win a game for him. He had 33. What do you have? 35 shots against, and you lose. And he saved everything he needed to save for you to win a hockey game. I mean,
Colin Blackwell is still probably one of my favorite players on the ice.
Colin Blackwell, and honestly, as much as Kaapo isn't producing, he's all around the cage. He's all around the net. He's moving. He's confident. He looks like he's going to break out. To me, Laffy's got to do something, bro. I don't know. This is a very lackluster performance for a first overall.
I mean, man, one thing that I'm not worrying about is just, I look a lot at what happened with Jack Hughes last season. And, I think, like, if you were a Devils fan, you would be not only just pissed, but pretty much sweating the fact that your first overall, it didn't technically work out. But he's a different player this year, man. He's a complete different player. I would say Kaapo similarly, a little bit rougher of a start, a little bit lost on the ice, kind of a deer in headlights. But, he's actually shooting the puck more than anyone else on the Rangers. He's moving. He's breaking the puck out. He's getting to pucks. And I honestly like his game more than a lot of other Rangers right now. And they've even taken stats that he has, at his age, the most shots for a 20-year-old. So, I mean,
we have some talent, but the fact of the matter is, it's not working, bro. I don't know.
It's not working.
It's got to be done. Something needs.
There's no combination. There's something that there is no chemistry. And again, our decor, we just need to get, everyone
to come back from injury and have like an unbelievable stretch and just throw them on the market.
I'd agree. And also, we need Nils Lundqvist. We need that whole, debacle to be worked out. All I see is reports of him being one of the best prospects out there. And right now, RD needs to figure it out. RD needs something. They need some help. We need to know how to break a puck out of the zone, because right now we can't even do that, man. I'm watching a play where we're struggling on our own blue line.
We need to go after like a veteran. Like if you look at all these teams that have young decors or decors that might have been suspect, they go and they get a veteran. Look at what Montreal did. It was suspect at the time because Shea Weber was 31 years old and PK Subban was young still. You trade straight up Shea Weber for PK Subban. And then you go out and you pick up another veteran in Jeff Petrie, who plays with Weber and is now one of the top 10 offensive defensemen in the league at the end of his career. I mean, you got to go and make a move. We're too young on the back end. Jack Johnson isn't doing it. It's not going to work. You know, even Brendan Smith isn't. You didn't give him enough playing time. He was playing good early on. You sat him, and now he looks like shit.
So what do you think about the rumor mill coming out that Sidney Crosby could potentially go to the New York Rangers? I mean, we talked about it a little bit, but I honestly love it, and it comes similarly to what you just said in terms of it seems like we are just too young, a little too soft, and it seems like we need some veteran presence a bit more than what we have right now.
Went after like Toronto went after Jumbo Joe, and look how that worked out for them. Like we should have went after Joe Thornton. He signed
He's on the first line. He's playing on the first line.
They told him he was going to be a third or fourth line guy, and he went there, and he just fit in so well with the young guys that he's a first liner now. You know what I mean? Look, he could have potentially been a guy in between Kaapo and Lafreniere. You need a veteran. Ryan Strome isn't centering those two guys and doing anything for them. He's a vet, but he's not that kind of vet. He's not known to make the guys around him better. He gets made better by guys around him. He plays well because
he plays well because he has a great support.
And he's done it in other spots too. If they don't put him in a position where he's with top players, he's not a top player. So at the end of the day, you need a guy that can make the guys around him better. And Crosby fits that bill, obviously. So, I mean, getting back to your comment, do I love it? No, because I've been abusing Cindy for a very long time. I had a lot of incidents at the Garden, throwing shit at Penguins fans, fights, the whole nine. You know, I despise the Pittsburgh Penguins probably more than the Philadelphia Flyers and the New Jersey Devils and maybe even the New York Islanders. The rivalry we built over the last 10 years with Pittsburgh is bar none probably one of the best in hockey. And it's untalked about. It really is untalked about. The teams do not like each other. It would be hard for me as a diehard New York guy to accept Sidney Crosby, but end of the day, if he's going to bring me a Stanley Cup, it's like Tom Brady coming to me. Do I like him? I fucking can't stand him. But if he wants to come to New York right now and win me a Super Bowl, it's almost a guarantee he's on your team. You win a Super Bowl, so you bring him on. And I mean, Crosby kind of is in that echelon for hockey players right now. So would I like it? No. Would I accept it and probably have to eat my own shit over what I'm saying right now? You know, yes, 100%. I would love it. I would love to see Sidney in white and blue.
Listen, like he's going to go somewhere that he knows is a team that's cup ready.
First on the list is Colorado. It's Nathan McKinnon and Sidney Crosby. It's got to be first on the list. Can they make that work with all the depth that they already have? Does Joe Sakic want to toy with what he has there already? Because he's got veteran leadership. He's got guys like Nazem Kadri who have 7 and 8 years in the league who can put up 50 points. Does he want to spend as much as it seems great because him and McKinnon are so close? Does he want to take that shot at bringing in that aged veteran to a team that really is within a year or two of winning a Stanley Cup? Let's be honest.
I mean, I don't see how any team ignores it. Sidney Crosby already came out and told Pittsburgh he's willing to be a piece for them to help rebuild and just grow this team for the future.
Do you think Pittsburgh is what he's going to have a statue in Pittsburgh? He's going to be like fucking the legend of Pittsburgh. I mean, there's only statues for baseball players. So, like, do you think they let him go? I mean,
look at Hank, dude.
Yeah, but Hank was in a bad cap situation and Hank shit the bed. Crosby still goes out there and can put up a point a game. There's a big difference between Hank and Crosby's play.
I think that the Penguins are starting to realize that they're a bit further than a Stanley Cup contender. He's at the end of a contract. I think they want to look at him and do the right thing. He wants more Stanley Cups, man. I think that if they love him, they'll let him walk away and they'll let him go wherever he wants to go win some more Stanley Cups. Unfortunately, I think they're going to tolerate that for 2 years while they do a rebuild. And that's about it, you know, and then they're going to have to get back down to business, you know, promising their fan group, you know, something to cheer for. So it's going to be a little bit crazy. I mean, again, there's a lot going on with the Rangers, defensemen out, you know, between Keandre Miller, who's been absolutely one of the brightest stars this entire season. It's just getting to watch him And then, at least having Panarin back. But beyond that, Quinn is on the hot seat, I feel like. I think the Rangers really have to find a way to maybe make this season like last season where, we win 3 games for every 1 loss, where we're going on tears of 5-6 games without losing. And maybe we get back. But I got to say, the season so far, 25% of the way in, looks a little grim, JG. I mean, you got any more thoughts as we continue to watch this game for the fans and stew a little bit in our anger and hopefully maybe our love, maybe our team can come back for us because I mean we're out here.
Honestly, I'm kind of thinking about maybe doing something. I know we're not live right now, but I mean this is semi-live. We are watching the game. Who got a penalty? Ooh, hold on. Could this be the turnaround? Should we get on the Neighbor Bookies website and take the New York Rangers live right now and spice this up a little bit?
I would say we don't do anything more than 50 combined because
I'm not looking to make a big bet here, but I mean, I could bet you that the Rangers down 1-0 are got to be plus 300 for the rest of the game for
probably
50 to win some money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Let's see what we can do. Let me text him and see if I can get on the site.
Oh, wow. Wax Brendan Lemieux right in the mouth.
Wow, 5-on-3. We got two penalties at once.
Was it a hold and a high stick?
Yeah, simultaneous.
Wow.
They're going to score.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, Lightin the Lamp fans.
See what I'm talking about?
A little bit of love.
Nothing can go right. Nothing can go right, bro. One timer to Zibanejad, stick breaks in half. Like it's just that's the way things are going right now. I'm watching like they can't do anything right now. Out of the zone already. 5-on-3, 30 seconds gone.
That's all right. Well, JG, let's not stew a little too much, but I think it's been a great episode in terms of talking about some injuries, some things happening with the hockey team. Just always getting back on with you for Lighting the Lamp and hopefully cheering on our boys here.
I just let you know that it's now 4-on-3 because Kreider got a hook.
Oh my God, we actually took a penalty up 2 guys. We have to get off this before we start cursing and cussing and start breaking things, JG. This is a heartbreaker, but hopefully we could somehow pull this out. But I love you, pal, and cheers. It's always been a good one. I'll talk to you.